Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about one of the excursions I did through Carnival, and it was the Stingray City Sandbar in Grand Cayman. I'm just going to start by explaining what we did. So basically, after we got off the ship in Grand Cayman, they took us on a trolley ride. It's like a trolley, but it drives itself, or not itself, but it's able to be different. It's not hooked up to wires or anything. So yeah, we got on the trolley, and then the trolley took us to the dock where we got on our boat, and we got a really big boat. Our boat was like a 2-level thing, but I'd say it was like a 15-minute ride out to the Stingray place. And by the time we already got to the Stingray place, because we went really early in the morning, there was already a whole bunch of other boats there, because it's just one big shallow area of sand that a whole bunch of people go to because there's a Stingrays there. So it's the same place for a lot of places, or for most of the excursions and stuff. Just some of the excursions involve other things. So after we got into the water, first of all, the water was very, very cold. I was freezing. It's not freezing after a couple minutes, but it is very cold water. One thing they didn't allow though was water shoes. They didn't allow you to wear any kind of shoes in the water at all. We had bought water shoes, and so we weren't even allowed to use them, so that kind of sucked, but whatever. They offer little life vests for people who just can't swim very well, or people who just wanted a life vest just in case, And they also offered snorkeling gear on board to do some extra underwater stuff. I had my underwater camera so I could see underwater with that. But yeah, and after we got on the water, everybody from our group got into a big circle, and our tour guides were awesome. I loved them. And they started talking about it and giving us a whole bunch of information. They were really informative, and I liked it. The issue though was they say it was waist deep water, but I'm pretty short. I'm not that short. I'm 5'4". And right when we got off the boat, that was up to my nose. And that was kind of freaky. But after we walked for a little bit, because they had the big circle, so the part of the circle that was closest to the boat was for taller people, because that was where it was up to my chin and face. But on the other side of the circle, it was down to my chest, and so that was a little bit better. But so they were really informative, and we got to hold them if we wanted to, and they talked to us about it, and then they kind of just let us go. Because they were all holding different Stingrays, and they were just talking to us about it, and so people circled around whichever Stingrays that they wanted to hold. And then after half an hour, I'd say, they gave us little pieces of squid to feed the Stingrays. I didn't feed the Stingrays. I also didn't hold the Stingrays. I pet the Stingray, but I didn't have a good time. I don't know, I just didn't really like it. It's not the place or anything, it's just that I am not a water person. And being out in the middle of the ocean is kind of nerve-wracking for me. But you don't really notice that you're in the middle of the ocean, considering you're surrounded by a huge circle of just boats. And so the Stingrays are all swimming in and out, and because they know it's free food for them. And so they just get to be handled and pet and played with. And they get fed. So the Stingrays, it's best deal ever. But they also, at the end, they let people kiss the Stingrays, which is really funny. And so, yeah. My parents loved it. They said it was, best thing ever out of our whole vacation. Because they just wish that the excursion itself was longer. It was about 45 minutes to an hour in the water, just with the Stingrays. It was really good for the price, though. I think it was $30 or $25 a person, which isn't that bad, especially, for what you're doing. If you're not a water person, I wouldn't really suggest this for you, just because it is in the open ocean, and, I mean, there's a highly unlikely chance that you're gonna see something, really freaky, but, I mean, you're in the ocean, and they also did say sharks do prey on Stingrays, especially, small sharks, nurse sharks, but all kinds of sharks, tiger sharks and stuff, do prey on Stingrays, so if you see one, you might want to inform somebody, which, I think they were just making a joke, but that's kind of freaky. So, yeah. That's pretty much what I think about it. And I'm going to link my, just the video of all the footage that I took, or at least most of the footage that I took while there, down below, and I'll also post the excursion page, like what the excursion says, and it says about it through the Carnival website. So I'll link that down below too.